Hello and welcome into the content video for lesson 11 for Precalculus 2. Like a glitch there a second. Hopefully we're okay here. In this video, we will be talking about double angle formulas and half angle formulas. Now I will give you a heads up here that half angle formulas are one of the more confusing concepts that we'll be covering this semester. And we'll see why when we work some of the examples, but as long as you kind of follow what the steps are in solving them, hopefully they're not too confusing. Again, like I said, it is usually a type of problem that people struggle a little bit with, but hopefully we can do enough examples that kind of makes sense to you. So let me share my documents camera here with you guys. All right, so it's really glitchy this morning. Hopefully it's not too bad as we get going here. All right, so first of all, we're going to be talking about our double angle formulas. And so, again, you guys have your cheat sheets for your in-class exams. If you're doing problems on, say, review game or even the in-class assignments, how do you know when, or more importantly, when you start doing the trig equations in our next lesson? But it's like, how do you know when you're supposed to do or use double angle formulas? And you're always going to see something like 2 theta or 2x or 2 anything. When you see like cosine of 2x, cosine of 2 theta, cosine of 2 alpha, cosine of 2 beta, anything like that, where you have a 2 right after the trig function, that's your double angles. And so for sine, our double angle formula is that sine of 2x is equal to 2 times sine of x, times cosine of x. There's only one formula for sine double angle. Cosine, there's actually 3. So if I have cosine of 2x, depending what information I'm given, one formula might make more sense to use than the other. But the first one is cosine squared x minus sine squared x. So if I have both sine and cosine, this is probably the formula I would want to use. Or I have 1 minus 2 sine squared of x. So if I'm just given sine of x in the problem, this would be the formula I want to use. And if I'm just given cosine, I could use 2 cosine squared of x minus 1. And then lastly, for tangent, so tangent of 2x is equal to 2 times tangent of x over 1 minus tangent square. Whoops, sorry. Let me move that up. Oops. So tangent of 2x is equal to 2 tangent x divided by 1 minus tangent squared of x. So that is our double angle formulas. If you're going to put them on your note sheet, your cheat sheet, make sure you write them correctly. Now, the tricky part, the half angle formulas. So let me write sine and cosine first. So if I have sine of u over 2, this is equal to, and I'm going to write it in red pen to sort of set it off here, plus or minus square root 1 minus cosine of u over 2. And cosine of u over 2 is plus or minus square root of 1 plus cosine of u over 2. So in both of these, it's plus or minus. It's one or the other, not both. So if on an exam, you give me an answer of plus or minus square root of whatever, 2/3 or something, whatever the number turns out to be, it's wrong. It's plus or minus. You have to choose one. It's like if I say, okay, you have $1,000 to go on vacation and you can go to LA or Miami. That's it. You can choose LA or Miami. You can't go to both. Same thing here. So it has to be positive or negative. You're like, okay, I get it, George. Fine, fine. I have to choose one. Well, how do I know which one to use? Well, it's based on the following. So the plus or minus depends on which quadrant u over 2 lies. So this number here, let's highlight it. So if I have sine of some value or cosine of some value, and this value lies in quadrant 1, well, of course, they'll both be positive. If this number is in this value is in quadrant 2, well, then in quadrant 2, sine is positive, so it would be a plus sign in front. But in quadrant 2, cosine is negative, so it's going to be a negative in front. And so on and so forth. Quadrant 3, both negative. Quadrant 4, sine negative, cosine positive. So you have to make that determination when you are doing half angle formulas for sine and cosine. And then lastly, tangent of u over 2 is 1 minus cosine of u over sine of u, which is also equal to sine of u over 1 plus cosine of u. But, and I should have pointed this out on the double angle formulas as well, tangent of 2x is also equal to, it's still sine over cosine, but it's just sine of 2x over cosine of 2x. And tangent of u over 2 is sine of u over 2 divided by cosine of u over 2. So if on the homework, you have to find cosine of 2x and sine of 2x, and then you have to find tangent, you don't have to do all the calculations anymore. Just do the ratio, sine over cosine. And that's it. That is pretty quick video, just giving you guys these formulas. The biggest thing, like I said, and I do know it's one of the more confusing concepts we will cover this semester, these half angle formulas. And the biggest thing is deciding which quadrant are we in, then go ahead and apply the formula. And then the other thing to note here too, is this is just cosine of u and cosine of u. So I'm not worried about u over 2 anymore. And we'll see in the examples how we are going to work these half angle problems. So that's it. Please come back for the second video with the examples. It's going to help you out a lot when you have to start doing these mastery sets, in-class assignments, exam problems.